Good evening, good evening, good evening. My name is Geraldine Andre, and I am super excited to share with you all some dynamic information. One of the reasons why I'm super excited is because I remember when I first got introduced to this amazing industry. Yup, as educated as I am, I was struggling with less than perfect credit. I was struggling with a 490 credit score. And thanks be unto God, and I went ahead and surrounded myself with some amazing financial influencers like myself and many others that you're going to hear from on this evening. And I got enrolled in some services that absolutely changed my life. To date, I went from a 490 credit score. I now have a 767 credit score. Woo, woo, and climbing. Okay, thank you so much. I see those fire emojis in the chat. I appreciate it. But listen, services like these absolutely changed my life. My husband and I recently was able to custom build a 6,000 plus square foot home in the metro Atlanta area. So I am super passionate about sharing the good news of how to help our fellow people get back on track with their finances. So the amazing company that I want to share with you all today that has been helping lots and lots of people all across the United States is called Debt Cleanse. So let's talk about it. Debt Cleanse. Debt Cleanse, powerful, affordable debt solution, equips you to save money, control your finances from anywhere, and make life as safe, simple, and secure as possible. Love these two gentlemen right here. Okay, they're like big brothers. All right, here are our two amazing co-founders. Okay, we have here CRO Chet Seeley and CEO Mr. George Newberry. They are our amazing co-founders. So in 2018, George created this revolutionary system to help people get out of debt. Listen, what you are about to see here today is something that he himself used. Yes, you're reading it correctly. He used it to clear $26 million in debt for himself without having to file bankruptcy. And I'm so excited to share with you how. So he shared it with others and saw it work for them too. So he started the company in 2018. So he wanted more people to benefit. So he joined forces with the personal finance pro Chet Seeley in 2022. We call him Mr. Cha-Ching Chet because he definitely knows how to get things done. So here's our goal, loud and clear. In the next 5 years, we want to help 1 million people. We want to help them resolve debt. We want to help them improve their credit and also help them to become homeowners. So here at Debt Cleanse, we approach debt and credit problem solving differently. Known as the debt freedom system, you gain access to attorneys. Yes, I said that correctly. You gain access to attorneys and you help get relief from overwhelming debt and credit report errors. So first, what do? We develop your personal debt freedom strategic plan. You meet, examine, and customize your options for debt relief with one of our plan attorneys. Secondly, what we do is we execute, all right? Somebody drop in a chat and say execute. We execute your debt freedom strategic plan. We delete debt by reviewing every entry. Somebody say every entry on your credit report, disputing debts as appropriate. Then thirdly, we also help get your credit back on track. So you want to reconnect with your plan attorney each month to review those credit report errors for possible new violations and initiate any legal action as needed. So here's some debt statistics, right? It kind of boggles my mind, just like the way this lady here, she has like her face in her palms of her hands because 5 million Americans didn't make their rent or mortgage payments in December 2020. I didn't say 500, I didn't say 5,000. I said 5 million Americans. Then you got 4 million Americans that wages are being garnished to pay delinquent debts, right? They already can't pay their mortgages. And you mean to tell me with what they're making, they're garnishing to pay delinquent debts? Then you have 8 million Americans that use payday loans to pay ordinary living expenses. This is a financial literacy issue, everyone. Then we have 71 million Americans that have collections account. Again, these numbers are really high. So what that means to tell me is that here at Debt Cleanse, what we do for our clients is a necessity, it's a need, and the work we are doing is important. Did you know that we can help with things like foreclosures, mortgage forbearance, credit cards, medical debt, student loans, auto loans, payday loans, personal loans, collections accounts, credit report inaccuracies, evictions, business loans, and so much more? But listen, nearly 80% of Americans with credit cards worry that they won't be able to make minimum payments. Y'all heard that? So that means you got some people that don't run up their credit card bills $10,000, $20,000. It can't even make the minimum $40 or $100 payment. That is an issue. Over 25% of Americans have trouble paying a recent medical bills. We got issues out here and they need our services. So here are some consumer protection laws. There's a Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. A lot of people hear that a lot. Also the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Okay. There's also Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. There's also Telephone Consumer Protection Act. And there's other state and federal consumer protection laws. So here are some of the consumer protection laws that we are able to help our clients with. So you want to stop threatening notices? We can definitely help you. Are you receiving constant collection calls? We can help you. And we know that there are errors on your credit report. We can help you. But let's talk about how credit bureaus determine your credit score. Here are the 5 factors. Somebody dropped the number 5 in the chat. Here are the 5 factors that definitely impact your credit score. The biggest factor that impacts your credit score is your payment history. 35% of what makes up your credit score is your on-time payment history, okay? So if you're paying your bills on time, that definitely helps your credit score. But if you got some late payments, especially within the past 2 years, that's going to weigh more on your credit score. The next factor is 30% is the amounts owed. The third factor is 15%, which makes up the length of your credit history. Next 10% is the amount of new credit. So every time you go to the mall, you go to Target or Walmart or those different stores, and they're saying you want to save 10% or 15% by applying today, you want to be careful with those things because as you can see here, that can also impact your credit score one way or another. And then the last factor, the 10%, is your credit mix. So you want to make sure that you are understanding that you don't want to have 10 credit cards open, right? You want to have a good mix of credit, different types of accounts, and that will also help your credit score. Let's talk about a real live example. Look at Jane, look at John, right? Here, Jane and John, they're both going to purchase a home that's $250,000 with a 30-year fixed mortgage, right? But here we see clearly, because I know you all can read very well, we can see use amazing services like what I'm about to share with you today. Jane goes and buys that exact same house, but Jane has a 730 credit score. Her interest rate is only at 2.75%, right? And her monthly payment for her mortgage is only $1,021. So look at that. Over the 30 years, she only paid an interest of $117,417, right? Total payments $367,417. But now let's look at John. John has a 599 credit score. I know there may be some realtors and some mortgage brokers I see here on the call tonight. You all know there will be some companies that will give many clients a loan with a 580 credit score. But I always try to advise my clients, even if you could purchase with a low credit score, please, please, please don't. Because here's a clear example that having excellent credit saves you money in the long run, right? John, they let him purchase with a 599. Look at that. Ooh, his credit score is like triple. His interest rate is like triple higher than what James is. He's paying a 6.5% interest rate, right? And he's paying over $500 per month more than Jane. So over that 30-year fixed mortgage, he pays an interest of $318,861. So look at that. A low score can cost you on average $201,404 more for someone else that's paying and purchasing the exact same thing, right? The exact same price. But because Jane went ahead and used amazing services like I'm about to share with you on today, she was able to save more money. So what's the message here? Don't be like John, but definitely be like Jane, okay? So are you ready for a solution? Let's talk about what does that solution look like. Here's the roadmap to better credit. As I stated with you earlier, we're gonna go ahead and analyze your credit because we understand that credit reporting can be confusing. Sometimes you're looking at it, trying to read it. You're like, what does this mean? I don't understand this legend, but it's okay. We're here to help you access your true credit report data and evaluate it for mistakes and opportunities to improve. Okay. Step 2, again, there's those credit disputes. The fastest way to improve your credit is by removing negative remarks. I tell a lot of my clients, just paying off a bad debt will not help you. All it's going to say on your credit report is paid. So we want to definitely go ahead and dispute those debts. Okay. And here at Debt Cleanse, an attorney will quarterback your dispute process and make sure that we get the job done. Step 3, somebody type the word escalate in the chat. We will have those dispute escalations. Debt Cleanse attorneys are trained to pursue claims for violations of consumer protection laws to help resolve debts and remove, y'all heard that, remove negative items, typically with no out-of-pocket expenses to our amazing members. Then step 4, we have the future management, right? We want to continue to build strong credit because we understand that it's an ongoing process. So you as a client will have your own user portal. You'll have access to extensive tools that allow you to monitor, improve, and protect your financial future. So listen, with these amazing services, you get to stop the constant collection calls. We know they're annoying. We know you try to have dinner with your family, but they want to call at the wrong time, right? Also, you want to end the runaround from your mortgage company. Answer the call. Let them know that you have help, okay? Then get help dealing with a collection letter because we understand that it could be a trying time. It could be a frustrating time. It could even be a time of confusion, but we got you. And then stop those endless calls about your student loans because we know that there's a time that's coming that those calls are going to start all over again. Okay. So you want to definitely go ahead and put an end to collection threats and harassment. And last but not least, you got to fix those credit reporting errors because we understand, I've been in this industry for over 4 years, that about 85% to 90% of all credit reports contain some type of a reporting error. But that's okay. We can definitely assist you with that. So get your life back from overwhelming debt and credit errors. You get to choose yourself over your creditors, okay? Don't just live to pay bills. Replace worry and stress with hope and happiness. You get to create the life your family deserve. Now I know what you might be thinking. You may be saying, okay, Geraldine, you look cute. I see you got a nice smile, but girlfriend, you done said the word attorneys like over and over again. So you may be thinking this gotta be super expensive because I know on average it's about $250 an hour just to have a conversation with an attorney. I'm glad you're thinking, I'm glad your wheels are turning. But what I want to show you is that here at Debt Cleanse, our goal is to help you reduce and eliminate debt, right? We want to help you to become debt free while also achieving excellent credit. So no, matter of fact, this you started with this Debt Cleanse membership for a one-time setup fee of only $129.90. What? And that also includes your first month's fee? Absolutely. Listen, there is no contract with what we do here because we understand that credit is subjective. What may take someone 6 months can take someone else 9 months or 10 months or whatever. So we have no contracts and it's only $79.95 per month. You mean to tell me for a one-time setup fee of $129.90, you only pay that one time and only $80 a month? You mean to tell me you get a monthly consultation with consumer protection attorneys? Yes, yes, you do. You get a debt analysis tool. You get a credit score simulator. You also get a score tracker so that way you could know when you are ready to make that big home buying purchase. That is correct. Yes, you do. Also, the dispute letters are sent for you. Somebody dropped sent for you in the chat. You do not need to go stand in no long line, but those letters are sent for you. And then there are attorney guided dispute letters. Okay. Then you also have monthly 3 bureau credit reports and scores. Okay. So we also make sure that we give you identity theft protection because we understand, especially in this day and age with everything that's going on, the cyber crimes are high. Guess what, you all? Every 2 seconds, someone's identity is stolen. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it just happened again. But that does not need to be your portion. You can definitely get connected with the person that invited you to this call and get enrolled with our amazing Debt Cleanse membership. But listen, what I want to share with you next, okay? I want to go ahead and begin to move myself out the way because if you like the information that I just shared with you, if you like the fact that you can definitely be able to stop those harassment phone calls from those debt collectors, if you like the fact that you can put an end to all those harassment phone calls about your student loans, then you want to hang tight because this next queen that I'm about to call to the forefront, she is a dynamic leader. She's a mom, she's a wife, okay? And she happens to also be a minister. She's been helping people not only obtain excellent credit, but she's also been helping people get the bag from anywhere they have access to Wi-Fi. We no longer got to be stuck working from home, y'all. Some of us work from the beach. Some of us work from the grocery store in the car. Some of us work from the car pickup line to pick up our kids. So I want to go ahead and get myself out the way and introduce you to our amazing director. What that means is she's helping a whole lot of people and she has an amazing team. So without further ado, Mrs. Michelle Kofer, are you there, Queen?
I am here. Can you hear me,
I
beautiful?
can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead and take it away.
Good, good, good. Well, first of all, I gotta honor you. I gotta throw it back to you. You know, you guys dropped some fire symbols in the chat for Miss Geraldine Andre. She literally just educated us, empowered us, and gave us the blueprint on how to go out here and get our finances together. Listen, in fact, hashtag debt free. If you're on the line today and you're trying to be debt free, she just gave you the game plan on how our attorneys will go out there and leverage your rights to do it. But how many of you know we need some cash flow? So I have the privilege and pleasure of talking about how you can go out here and leverage, just sharing this same information to be able to add to your existing income, to be able to have extra money to eradicate debt, but to also go out and build your legacy. And I'll tell you guys, as a former social worker for over 16 years, I know what it feels like to struggle financially. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been in a place where you literally was robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? I've been there. It doesn't feel good. And I can tell you, I got introduced to this amazing industry in 2017, and it changed my life. And that sounds cliche, but it allowed me to walk away from social work in about 11 months. It allowed me to be able to help a lot of people. And by default, we, impacted a lot of lives and made a lot of income. And so I love talking about the income side. Put the money symbols in the chat, put the dollar bags in the chat. But we're going to talk about how in the middle of an economic downturn, you can leverage this platform to help people. Say help. You can help people, and you can go out here as an advocate and be a voice. You guys know that an advocate is somebody that speaks up on behalf of other people. And so with Debt Cleanse, you're able to be an advocate, and you're actually able to get paid. Now you can make a substantial income, but you got to put in the work. Just like anything else you do in life, you guys, success is going to be predicated on you being willing to lead people, you willing to put in the work, you working hard, you being dedicated and coachable. So just like anything else you do in life. But I want us to take a moment real quick to just really get real. You know, if you're on the line right now, you probably noticed all of the money that was spent on Black Friday to the tune of $9 billion. Put 9B in the chat. You guys, Americans are in a perpetual cycle of lack because we're constantly spending money on something. So whether it's big business like Black Friday, which we got Christmas coming up, New Year's, February, Valentine's, it's always a holiday. It's always something to buy. But in that ends up taking about a third of your income. But if it's not big business, you got to live somewhere, right? You got to have a mortgage, you got to have rent, you got to have a car. Then we have debt. Debt takes up about a third of our income. There's nothing you can do about it. We went to school, we got student loans, we got credit cards. So we're in this cycle of debt. But y'all, also a third of our income goes out the window to Uncle Sam. Taxes, whether it's your payroll taxes, ad valorem, rental taxes, death, there's even death taxes. Regardless, you're always going to be paying something. And so when you add this up, guys, a third, and a third, that's 100%. 100% of what? Your income gone. And I don't care if you're on the line tonight and you're making $500,000 a year, you still got debt. You still got big business, and you still got taxes. And so that's why no matter where you are, guys, economically, you need an opportunity like this, especially in this economy. So here's how you earn and expand your income. Number one, you get paid 50% for every referral you make to the program. That's half. They're giving you 50% up to 83, up to 103%. And then you're going to earn 15% or more on a monthly basis. That's residual. That's passive income. That's kind of like you being Beyonce, you sell a record, you get royalties. So you're going to get paid over and over and over on that. And then I know we had some real estate pros on here. You guys understand the concept of team. Listen, you get team bonuses. You go out there, you build with like-minded people, and the company rewards you for that. But they also, guys, give you an accelerator bonus. How many of you know success loves speed? Put speed in the chat. You don't want to build a business slow. Guys, there's something called timing and opportunity. And if you put on your wealth hat, you'll understand that if you're going to build a business, you want to build it fast. So they give you an accelerator bonus. So let's take a look here. This is your direct commission, how you get paid. I know it's a lot of stuff on the screen, but what I'm going to do is just focus on one person. I'm going to give you guys an example of a national advocate right here. There's just one person we're going to focus on, right? This gentleman, John, he's a national advocate. He's gone out. He's been sharing the Debt Cleanse opportunity, helping people. But guess what? As a national advocate, he doesn't get $40 anymore like Tom. $40 is when he first started, but he's helped people. He jumped. So now as a national advocate, he's getting $56 for every person he enrolls. So let me just ask y'all this. Let's say you needed to make, let's just say average car note. You wanted to make your car note is $400, right? Put one in the chat if your car note is $400 or lower. One in the chat. We're family. We can be transparent. You want to make $400. Guess what? He can go out there as a national advocate and enroll 6 people, and he made $336 direct, one way. But let's just say he wants to pay the car note. It's right at $400, and he wants to pay the car insurance, which is $120. So now this same guy and national advocate, he can go out there and enroll 10 people. And guys, one way he just made $560. Now, I didn't say how frequently he was doing that. He could go out and do this weekly. So imagine if you were enrolling 10 people a week, guys, that's $560 a week. That's over $2,000 a month you're earning in passive income, and it goes up from there. Now let's talk about the residual. Using the same guy here, you know, he's a national advocate. Every time he enrolls a customer, that following month, he's starting to earn a residual of $17. Now, I know some platforms where your residual caps at $8, $9, $12 max. I haven't seen anything where your residual is $12 all the way up to $24. You're literally almost getting paid half, more than half on the residual as you are on the enrollment. So this is major. So let's say he goes out there, that same 6 customers that he helped up front, he now makes $102 in residual. So he's going to get that over and over and over. So now you're starting to see how the income is stacking up. But I want to talk about this Team Infinity bonus. Anybody from Atlanta, put A in the chat. If you're from Atlanta, you know Infinity is forever and ever, ever. All right. So this is saying you go out there and you help your team win. Put help in the chat. You got to help people, you guys. You go out there and help other people win, and you're going to be getting an Infinity bonus all the way through forever, right? Infinite income, infinite possibilities to grow your income. So let's just give you guys an example, right? You just heard from national advocate, Miss Geraldine Andre. So I'm gonna give you guys an example on this, because you could go out here and write your check as big as you want to write it. So as a national advocate, let's just say Miss Andre go out and she enrolls Joe. He's a millennial. He's posting on IG. He's loving it. He's building his business. But she also brings in Jane. Jane is her niece. Jane's excited. She's building her business. She know people that's drowning in debt, that got bad credit, that want to go out here and learn how to invest. So guess what? Now Joe, his business brings in 250 in points for that month. The company is going to give Miss Andre 6% of everything that her level 1 advocates made, brought in, I should say. So let's just say if Joe's business brought in 2,500 points, right? So Geraldine's going to get 6% of that. So just this one way on bonus, she's going to get $150 from Joe. Now, Jane did twice as much as Joe. Her team is moving. So Miss Andre is going to earn $300. And guys, that's just showing you 2 people on that level. It could be hundreds of people on that level, right? But let's just give you level 2. She's going to earn 4%. So these are people that Joe introduced or Jane introduced. Geraldine may never have even known these people, but the company's going to give her 4% of whatever they do in the form of cash, in the form of a bonus. Level 3. Now, by the time you get down to level 3, guys, you're talking about hundreds of people, thousands of people even down in your organization, but the company is giving you 3% of whatever they produce in volume. That's very simple, guys. You go out, you help other people, those people help other people, and you're getting paid on every single level through Infinity. Now, I want to take my time and show you this example right here, because this is something I have never seen in the industry. I've been in the industry for 7 years. Nobody ever gives you a check match. Now, listen, put a 2 for me in the chat if you've ever been a supervisor, a manager in a call center, you've ever been a lead rep, you've ever trained people at your job. Put a 2 in the chat. I see y'all. Got a lot of leaders on here tonight. Listen, I see y'all in the chat. So you've been responsible for training somebody. Did they give you a bonus when that person got paid on Friday? Did they give you a bonus when that person picked up a check on Thursday? No. See, corporate America, they leverage our leadership skills all the time, y'all, and they never pay us for it. In this company, you're able to monetize your leadership skill. It's called a leadership check match. So you go out there as a director hire. I'm a director in the company, for example. I go out there and I go start building my business. So whatever they make, the company is going to give me a percentage of that, you know, once I'm a director hire. So with this example here, you're looking at national director. And national director, you're going to get paid on first level, second level, third level. So let's just give you an example. Joe, Joe's young, he's excited, he's eager. He's like, I'm not working nowhere 40 years to retire on 40% of my income. So Joe locks arms with me. He just happens to be my nephew and he's a go-getter, right? Joe made $500 this week. He is excited because he just made $500 from his cell phone. But because I'm training Joe, because I'm leading Joe, working with Joe, the company is going to give me 40% of whatever he made. Y'all, I just picked up an easy $200. Are y'all following me? Let's say Jane. Jane goes out there. Jane's working in corporate America. She's a leader. You know, she's doing her thing. She go out there. She made $300. She excited because she got extra money to pay her kids daycare. But guess what? Because I'm helping her, I made 120. Same thing with Mike. He's on level 2. But guess what? Mike made $1,000. He made more than his mentor. Joe made 500. Mike was like, but that I know people that's hurting. I'm going to help them. So now I'm going to get 30% on that. Level 3, I'm going to get 25%. And guys, this is how this check match just continues to roll as long as you're helping people. So let's talk about more money. Y'all put more money in the chat because this is an accelerated incentive. Again, you want to build a business. You're not trying to build it slow. People are hurting. The economy is changing. People losing jobs, y'all. People looking for income. People want to work from home. People's credit is bad. They're in foreclosure. People need a solution. So let's go help them fast. You go out there as an advocate. You share this information with 3 people, whether they want to be customers or advocates, it don't matter. You're going to get paid $40. I already showed you that up front. You're going to get paid $40. What this accelerator says is you're going to get an additional $50. So that's basically what? 40 plus 50. Y'all put that in the chat. What's 40 plus 50? That's $90. The company's going to give you $90 if you go out there and help 3 people within your first 3 weeks of business. You go out there and help 6 people within your first 6 weeks of business. They're doing it again. So you're earning literally $150 every time you do that. You go out there and you help 10 people within the first 10 weeks of business. Now you earn a total of $500 in bonus. Could you use the extra $500? Put in the chat for me. If I wrote you a check for $500 right now, what would you go invest in? Notice I didn't say what would you buy. How would you spend that money? How would you invest that money? I see y'all. I see y'all out there. You're going to pay down some debt. Somebody's paying credit cards. Somebody's buying some stock. I see y'all. Y'all smart with y'all money. All right. Well, listen, pay your car note. I see you. All right. So listen, we have the accelerator sponsor bonus. So you get the accelerator, but the person that's working with you, your mentor, your sponsor, when they help you get that accelerator bonus, the company is going to give them a bonus. Again, y'all, this is why you got to help people. So I go out there, for example, I see Miss Tina Houchins on here. I help Tina build her business. I'm working with her. We're doing calls. We're launching her business. She just hit accelerator. She got $150, but because I helped her, I made 100. She go out, she got accelerator 6. She helped 6 people. Because I helped her, I got another 100. So basically, you guys, every time they get paid that bonus of 150 or 200, the company's going to give you $100. So you're earning an additional $300. And that's for every person. I just gave you one example for Tina, but you can do that on everybody in your entire organization. And that's why you can go out here and control your income. But now let's talk about this housing incentive, because I love this. When I saw this, I said, I know, and I thank God I'm in the right place, because anytime people are trying to position you to build assets and they're willing to sow into that, you're in a good place. How many homeowners do I have out there? Drop the house emoji. You're a homeowner, put that in the chat. How many people renting? You're renting right now. Just raise your hand. You're renting. Guess what? This company is going to position you that you could go from renting to owning. And the way they're going to do that, they say, you know what? You're building your business. You go out there, you get promoted. Once you become a director, we're going to give you a $500 a month allowance, right? You go out there, you and your team are blowing it out the water. We're going to put $500 on your mortgage. If you're not in a mortgage yet, we're going to be working with the credit attorneys. They're going to get you set up. But in the meantime, we're going to give you $500 towards your rent. You guys, my mortgage is $1,500, right? My mortgage is $1,500. I got a 2.25% interest rate because I decided I didn't want to live with a 550 credit score no more. I decided that investing in me and improving my credit was worth having a 767, worth having a high 700 score. So guess what? Now, every time I go out there and build my business, this company is going to give me $500 a month to help my mortgage. Do you know I'm going to be paying the mortgage down in a much faster rate? Guys, we're talking about assets here. And you go out there and you keep building $1,000, $1,500. But right now, the company is doing a bonus you get to national advocate before March. You just heard from a national advocate, Miss Andre. Guess what? The company's going to write her a check for $300 a month that she could put towards that mortgage. She told you she built a square foot home over 6,000 square feet, right? But guess what? The company's going to help pay for that just because she's an advocate, just because she's helping people. Now it gets better right here, you guys, because as an advocate, you're not only going to get a business starter kit, it's going to have some phenomenal resources in there. Here are 2 of the books. You're going to get Debt Cleanse, which is the blueprint on which this company was built. Also get Burn Zones. And this is going to show you how Mr. George Newberry, who you heard her talk about, was $26 million in debt, how this guy became a multi-millionaire in real estate investing, and he doesn't even have a high school diploma. All right. So if you're on the line tonight, you're wondering if you can do it. Yes, you can. If you're coachable, you're going to get access to leads. You're going to be able to work from home or anywhere. You get your own website already done for you, training, support. You're going to be able to get tax advantages. Listen, y'all, if you only have a W-2, you're losing. The tax code is written for business owners. This gives you the ability to be a business owner. Even if you didn't go out and make a whole lot of money, everything you invest, including your membership to get your credit restored and get your finances together, is a tax deduction, right? But this is the part I love. Take note right here. In fact, screenshot this. As an advocate, you have an additional benefit of being able to become an investor. A novice investor. A lot of times, guys, in order to invest at this level into foreclosed properties, distressed properties, REOs, and get into bank notes, guys, you got to be an accredited investor, meaning you got to be making at least $300,000 to even come and pull up at the table. This company was built off of the back and the skill and intellect of Mr. George Newberry. So what he says is, you know what? I'm going to give you guys access to my network. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I have never been in a platform where the founders, the CEOs, are going to give you access to the same opportunity to put you in the same neighborhood with them. Come on, you guys. You're going to be able to invest in REOs, foreclosed properties. You're going to be able to crowd fund. You're going to even be able to go out here and get access to banknote investing. You can invest as little as, hear me, you can invest as little as $100 up to $1 million, and you're earning about 9% return on your investment. If for nothing else, this makes sense. $179, you become an advocate today. You have the entire Debt Cleanse platform. You can make money several ways, not to mention all the other services we have where you can help people report their rent. You paid $30 for each referral. Where you can help people build credit on a secured credit card. You pay $30 for each referral. You guys, you're making so much passive income in this opportunity. It's ridiculous. $179. Come on, ladies, where y'all at? If you've ever spent $179 on a purse, put me in the chat. You ever spent it on a wig, a unit? You've gotten your makeup done. Somebody charged you $200 to get makeup for a one-day event. Come on, y'all, we got $179. How do I know? Because we just went out on Black Friday in the middle of a recession and spent $9 billion in one day. And they're projecting that it's going to be even bigger than that for Cyber Monday. You got money. Stop lying to yourself. Invest in yourself. Your kids deserve more. I looked at a 15-month-old baby when I first got in this industry, and I said, I will not perpetuate a cycle of that. Y'all, $79 a month. That's free when you refer 5 people. You got 30 whole days, refer 5 people, and it's free. Your services are free. You're in the business debt free. So it's 3 ways to participate. 1, you could be an advocate. You could get paid to go out there and be a voice for people. Even if you're hurting, you're a voice for people. The attorney's doing the work. You're just sharing the information. 2, you can benefit as a member. You already rich. You got all the money you need to retire. But the person that shared this with you says, look, I got a way for you to talk to these attorneys and get some of that debt off your back. You can be a member. And then if you're like, you know, I'm good, I don't need that, I ain't into that, guess what? You can share and refer. The person that shared this with you, they're excited about being all in this platform. Y'all, we got lives to change. Right now, over 70 million Americans have less than a 500 credit score. People are drowning in debt. They don't have a solution. Foreclosure rates are through the roof. And so you can become an advocate. You can go out here and empower the community that you live in, that you work in, that you go to church in. Let's go out here and let's change the nation. Listen, that's our time, you guys. Get back with the person that invited you and let them know you're ready to get started. That's it. Again, thank you so much, National Advocate Ms. Geraldine Andre, for your time, sharing powerful information, you guys. Go ahead and, in fact, do this right now. As you're watching this, Send the person a text message and say, send me the link so I can get started. You guys don't want to miss this. This is a movement that's going to take the nation by storm. And we'll see you guys at the top. Don't watch us. Join us. Take care, guys.